Yup.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that time. It's tea time, y'all. Wicked Wednesday. We in the building. It's your boy OG Big Sam, the historian showstopper, with the resident Unholy Alliance lineman, Big Ants in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's happening there, everybody? What's happening?
what's
How's
happening,
everybody
everybody?
doing? We're gonna on today. We're gonna give a shout out, a tribute, a congratulations to a member and a mentor to um, the Unholy Alliance, most notably Mad Mike. Um, on I think it was 8 days ago, to be exact, I believe.
Yes,
Our
sir.
very, our very own Terrence Mathis, aka Coach T, took the job head coach. It's a historic HBCU big time hire in the city of Atlanta. Takes the job at Morehouse College. You know what I'm saying? That's big. You know what I'm saying? That's huge. You know what I'm saying? That's a big feather in the cap. You know what I mean? Um, for those of you that have been under a rock, behind a building, under a barn, that don't know who Terrence Mathis is, he was a wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons who played on the 98 Super Bowl team. Um, Amongst so many things, he holds, he's high up on the statistical record, you know what I'm saying, books, you know what I'm saying, with these Atlanta Falcons, yardage and touchdowns and things of that nature. To say a little bit about him. He has been amongst underneath coaching, holding camps and stuff like that. And I myself had the privilege with some of us in the group to sit down with him a couple of times and talk shop, chop it up, talk about these dirty birds, talk about the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And take advice and listen to some of his, what I'm saying, war stories of the NFL. It also gave me an opportunity to meet my idol, to me, what I'm saying, my all-time favorite Falcon in Jesse Tuggle. Um, it had this opportunity to meet OJ Santiago, amongst a few that we have met going out there to the chateau and chilling and smoking cigars and pouring it up a little bit. It's a great thing. It's a big happening, and much love, much congrats to Coach T, head coach of Morehouse, right here in the city of Atlanta. This is big in the HBCU community. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to put that out there and show my adulation and appreciation and congratulations to Coach T, you know what I'm saying, you know, on his new adventure, his new journey, you know what I'm saying, in his career, in his life. Peace, love, blessings, happiness to you, brother.
Yes, sir. He
Um,
deserves all
yes,
of
he
them.
does. Yes, he does. And it is about time, that something of that nature, whether it was in the league or like is, in the college realms, hey, he's gonna make life good for some guys, for some kids coming through that gap. Uh, Now, on to the next. Wait, before we do that, we're gonna say hello to everybody in the chat. Uh, Lee 85, what's happening? Pat Norris, nice to see you in here. What's up, ATL Leo? Maurice, my guy, what's happening? Good to see you in here. Smooth 78, always a pleasure. Hey, Sonya.
Hey, Miss Sonya.
Mm-hmm. Bernard Cantrell, what's good? What's good? What's good? K Styles is in the building. Um, what's up, Corey? You know what I'm saying? Um, on this next topic, I kind of touched on it last night on the OGs. a little bit, but I'm gonna, run it out there again because it is astounding to me how people hear what they want to hear instead of the actual words that are coming out of the mouths of Raheem Morris and Arthur Smith, as it were. Um, you know, in the press conference, Raheem Morris said that they were going to address the quarterback position and look at it and you know get it up to snuff. To a man, 98% of the people in his fan base took that as to say they're going in a different direction of Desmond Ritter. And those words did not come out of that man's mouth. Okay. Kind of sort of in the same aspect. Arthur Smith had his, introductory Pittsburgh Steelers interview, and they asked him about the quarterbacks that he worked with, and as of not mentioning Marcus Mariota and not mentioning Desmond Ritter, here we go again. Oh, they took that. They didn't. Nobody in this fan base who have took this crap and ran with it made any mention of him not saying anything about Mariota. Oh, but they took that not mention of Desmond Ritter. Look, he don't even want to claim him. So you know that boy trash. Really? Really? That's what y'all took from that. The man said he worked with some young quarterbacks as well. But because he didn't mention his name, and which wasn't the only name he didn't mention, but that's what y'all stuck on. I mean, it's funny, what I'm saying, how y'all do that. You know what I mean? And then it was just like last night when I was, touching on, a possible scenario of what they would do at the quarterback, and like maybe bringing in a Russell Wilson, who's a seasoned veteran, a Super Bowl winner, playoff experience that could extremely help the situation, along with the astounding coaching staff, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that they have put together that could help, develop, groom, train, take the edges off of Desmond Ritter. We had about 5 or 6 people that was in the live chat to say, why would we do that? That's a waste of time. Really? So trying to help a young guy, a young player, trying to get into this league, trying to, grow into this league, and put him, which clearly is going to be a better situation with having a quarterbacks coach, with having a offensive coordinator, offensive assistant, a passing game, coordinator, all of that. Everything offensive is in checkbox has been checked off as far as, position coaches, on the offensive side of the ball. And it would be a waste of time. It would be a waste of time, for real. So that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing now. So actual player development, not throwing a guy, to the wolves. Actual, player development is a waste of time. No, wait, see, when you do, in my mind, when you talk waste of time, giving away your future and draft capital to move up in this draft, to draft one of these fruit booty ass quarterbacks that's in this draft, that would be a waste of time. That would be a waste of money. That would be a waste of draft capital. That will be a waste of our future. Giving up 2 2s, a 3, and a 1, and possible cash considerations, and maybe another body for a Justin Fields would be a waste of time.
That would be stupid.
Would be a waste of cash. Would be a waste of draft picks, draft capital.
Sam, tell them what you got to do within a year.
Oh, and then not to mention having to give him 45 or 50 million on a, you know what I'm saying, per year on a contract extension, which would take away from, bringing in more bodies for the defense. You know what I'm saying? Getting a receiver, a number two to go on the offense and shoring up, the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? That money that y'all, want to give Justin Fields, for us to trade for him and pay him too. That, yeah, your math ain't mathing.
I saying. Well, what I'm hearing is, if we do that, if we go that route, guess what? Nope, we're not getting a pass rusher in the coming here. Not the free agency, somebody that's already proven, and our first round draft pick is gone. So we're not going to get a bona fide starter.
Nope.
So we're going to have to develop somebody else to pass, to be a pass rusher in this draft.
Yeah. Yeah. That all of that right there. Yeah, that part smooth. Yeah. Yeah. That part right there. That right there.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about right there.
Southside, what's happening, man? What's happening? Did anyone else notice about Raheem's press conference? He said he can't wait to work with Bijan and Drake, but leaving something. Yeah, I caught that too. I caught that too.
How about
Now
that?
that would be something that, what I'm saying, if you were paying attention while you were paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anybody talking about the phony unicorn not being mentioned.
How about that?
Now that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Okay? That speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? Because for all of everything that went wrong, went awry, and stumbled and sputtered on last season, Drake proved he was him. And yeah, and I've had my opinions, if you will, my perception of one B. John Robinson, but the obvious is the obvious. When you do 11, 12, 1,300 yards, you know what I'm saying, from scrimmage, you know what I'm saying, hey, that's you can't ignore that. All right. And it speaks on film. Also, what speaks on film, you know, when you look at someone 6'6", 245, 248 pounds, and what I'm saying, they get knocked off their route by somebody 5'10", 180, you know what I'm saying, 5'11", 190, you know what I'm saying, or not running complete routes, not wanting to block. Now, if I was to use my Falcon fan logic, to me, Raheem Morris not mentioning, the phony unicorn, that would tell me that he gonna be on the first thing smoking. I mean, but I'm not gonna turn and make those assumptions. I'm just saying, like Southside pointed out that he, of the young guys, of the young weapons, the phony unicorn wasn't mentioned. And ding ding, ding ding, as usual, the usual suspect, Mr. Martin. The way these fans are talking, myself included, we might as well ask Matt Ryan to come out of retirement and ask him to play the position, develop DR9. Hey, what? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. 6 man, yes. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. In that part, he did not mention. He did not
Nope.
mention the phony unicorn. You know what I'm saying? Corey says, man, do people know how many players they have to re-sign and sign extensions? See that part. That part right there, sir. That part right there. But they want us to trade for Justin not on the fields, running to a sack Fields, getting sacked 9 times in the game Fields, 10 wins over 3 years Fields, and then pay him 45, $50 million a year. I think not. K Styles again. Player development only goes to popular players. Boy, you see, you better stop that. You better stop. You come in here with that foolishness.
You better stop that, Cletus. No, Cletus.
Terry Lord, what's happening? What's happening? Thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. 19 eyes on the program, man. 19 eyes. Y'all hit them likes, man. Hit the like buttons. Share it, what I'm saying, all across your platform. You know what I'm saying? While you're taking a peek in the OGN TV, you know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe button for me. I need 73 more subs for 200, y'all. 70, yeah, 73. Yeah. Yeah. 70, yeah, 72.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get them there, y'all. Come on.
You see, Corey said half the depth players are on 1 year deals. That part, we got to replenish the depth. You know what I'm saying? You want to bring a street back to the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep Calais in here. Convince him for another year. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lorenzo. Maybe a Bud Dupree. And then on top of that, we don't know, see, Raheem may have some players, you know what I'm saying, out there, you know what I'm saying, that's in his back pocket that he want to get over here to add to the mix as well. Yeah, but y'all want to throw away money on Justin Fields? Like y'all wanted to throw away money on Lamar AAU Jackson? Come on now. Come on. It got to make sense.
What year is he in, Sam?
7. And can't read defense.
He still hasn't gone to the Super Bowl?
No, he hasn't.
Hold on. The AFC Championship game that just passed was his first AFC Championship game.
In his house.
Okay.
In his house. In his house though. But that's neither here nor
Let me
there.
throw this disclaimer out there before people start, misconstruing what we're trying to say. We are not hating on anybody. Nobody. We're just throwing out facts. That's it.
Ghost Peppers, what's happening? Let's see. Smooth says, could it mean make room for Brock, especially if QB is out of reach?
Could be.
I mean, and again, this is my observation, my perception of this particular QB class. I'm not looking to get out now one of them. Not RPO Drake, not Crybaby Caleb, not Penis Jr. And itty bitty committed Jaden Daniels. No, miss me. No. I am not, and I repeat, I am not impressed with anything in this QB class. Not Nathan. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't be cost effective. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said last night, if those of you that don't know, okay, the percentage of first round quarterbacks. Let's just take over the last 30 years. The percentage of successful first round quarterbacks has been 22% or less.
Mm.
22% or less. But y'all know, oh, we got to get that first round pick and then taking you on the quarterback. No, no, because the oldest saying in these here NFL, you know, offense wins games, but defense does what?
Win championships.
That part. That part. People out here talking about they want to win, but yet you want to go and waste money on a quarterback that can't read the defense and can't win with DJ Moore and Abs Commit, you know, or one of these fruit booty quarterbacks that's coming up out of the draft. Stop playing with me, man.
You know what I'm saying? There's this old saying that, we used to always say growing up in football that offense sells tickets, puts butts
Mm-hmm.
in seats, and defense wins championships. And that's what we're trying to build here. We're trying to build a dominant defense. We're on the right trajectory path, but we are not
Right.
there yet.
And Terry is not an unpopular opinion. It's a factual opinion, sir. It
See?
does, and it
Exactly.
does.
Thank you, Terry. That's exactly what I'm saying.
And it
You
does.
said it
We
before
we
I
we
said
need we need a running buddy. You know what I'm saying? At the safety spot back down. You know what I'm saying? With JB3. You know what I'm saying? We need to shore up that front seven. Um, you know what I'm saying? And here's some of the reasons why. I'm not saying that it's gonna be that way, but we don't know how Grady is gonna be when he comes back. We don't know if he's gonna be himself or worse or better. We don't know that. But we wanna cover everything. We want somebody for him. We want somebody after him. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it. I think it will be mandatory of us to bring Street back. You know what I'm saying? We need to give him a check. You know what I mean? That's why I say, get Calais back up in him, and not just for on the field stuff. You really want to bring those guys back. That veteran core, you want it for that locker room. You want to bring those guys back. You know, you know what I'm saying. Um, and then also, we don't know what AJ is. We
mm,
don't know. We don't know if AJ is about the mission or is he about the bag. We don't know. Now, if he's about the mission, then he gonna play ball with Terry and give us some team friendly love. You know what I'm saying, to be in him. You know what I'm saying. We got to deal with that right there. You see, K Style says they are hoping that Justin Fields don't ball. What's that? Ball
mm.
in Atlanta. Just be a symbol and do enough so he don't get that $250 million extension. Mm,
That's so fucking stupid.
mm, mm.
Look. This is so fucking stupid. Because if he don't ball out and don't get that $250 extension, guess what? Now you're out of all those picks and that
Mhm.
cash that you sent out
Mhm.
over to Chicago to get him
Mhm.
for.
Mhm.
All of that is gone. And
Hey,
you still
Christy.
don't get Justin Fields.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Hey, Christy. Ghost Pepper
Mm.
says Justin Fields 27% winning percentage. Desmond Ritter 40% winning percentage. But let's throw the bag at Justin Fields. Right.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Justin Fields pedestal. Desmond
Mhm.
Ritter without a quarterback coach, trash.
Right. Mm-hmm. Terry Lewis said top 10 defense and top 10 running game with the average quarterback will get you into the playoffs 9 times out of 10. That's true.
This is true.
That's true.
We just need the
Yeah,
right.
yeah, okay, yeah, okay, Styles. First round pick quarterbacks. Success story is 22%
Nobody
over the
talking
last
about
30 years. Over the last 30 years, 22%.
Nobody wants to talk about it.
What's happening, Josh? Good to see you in here. All we got to give up is a second and a fourth for, bro. That's too much. You see, y'all, and that is still too much for a guy that cannot read defense. If you cannot win with a top 10 receiver like DJ Moore and a top 15 tight end and commit, bro, stop, stop,
I'm good.
stop, man, stop. It ain't it. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And he can't read defenses either. Let me run off some numbers. 8. Let me see. 7 twice. 6 3 times. Sacked 5 times in the game. 4 times. Sacked 4 times in the game. 6 times. I mean, come on. With all that so-called athletic, supreme athletic ability, and those sack numbers right down. And what sticks out in my mind is a play. And I think they were playing Minnesota, and you got DJ Moore standing in the back of the end zone doing jumping jacks. But what you do, you take off running and run right to a sack. No, no, thank you. On top of that too, Josh. Okay, said quarterback, same quarterback now, Justin Fields. Okay, mosses up into the Bears facility and goes to ownership to go tattletale on the coaching staff who was trying to, get him help, teach him, pocket presence and recognizing defense, and extra film study and things of that nature. He went to ownership to tell on the coaching staff, bro, for them trying to teach him how to be a quarterback for real. And you want to waste draft picks on that cat? You want that in your locker room?
Oh, bro, that's bitch nigga tendencies.
Okay, all right. King Treyway, thanks for joining, man. Thanks for joining. How's it going with you? Let's see. Smooth says, I think the Bears are keeping Fields and are drafting Caleb for insurance just to see how Fields plays out this season. Yeah, and that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, Maurice, boy, I tell you that guy there, ding ding.
Ding.
Let's see. He says, meanwhile, you have Matt Ryan, Brady, both Mannings, Flacco, wait a minute, Russell, Wilson, and all the other OGs who came out second and third rounds who will be in the hall. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But remember, we can't say that.
K Style said, don't waste your time. He mad that y'all are not. And never will.
Yes.
And never will.
Nope.
And
no
never will.
going on here. Nope.
And never will. I never will. I mean, we call a spade, and speak realistic, man. I mean, if we're trying to capitalize, the most cost-effective and smart thing that we can do, that Raheem and this new coaching staff can do, you know what I'm saying? Because just to let y'all know, the Wilsons, Russell and Sierra, have been at the crib for the last 5 days in her house in Buckhead.
Mm.
If you're keeping your ear to the street, you know these things.
Come on home,
You know what I'm
Charlie.
saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's not gonna cost us 25 or 30 million to get him in here. He ain't hurting for no money. What makes sense? You know what I'm saying? With a bona fide, well put together offensive coaching staff with him, put the clipboard, film study, put him in the classroom, you know what I'm saying, and show him, you know what I'm saying, how not to, make the mistakes or decisions that he made last season, you know, in his run. But see, but that don't click in. That don't click in. That don't make sense to y'all. That don't make sense to y'all. Y'all want to go waste 45, 50 million on a cat that'll go cry to ownership about the coaching staff trying to teach him how to be a quarterback. But okay, all right. Well, uh, Falcon for it. I just answered that question. So there you have it.
Yeah, don't. We're not even gonna waste our time on him either, because he
I
another
already
one.
answered. I just answered that question. And you know what I'm saying? I've been saying it. And even with the coaching decision came down as it were. And like I said, the day after he was hired, and all the emotional swelling goes down, and you take a real, actual, direct look at Raheem Morris and his resume. He has two chips under his belt as a coordinator. Um, Wherever he has gone, the defenses have always been good.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people like to point to his time as head coach in Tampa. Okay, yes, it wasn't nothing to write home about, but don't you think that that's something that he learned from? Don't you think that that's something that he learned from? So, coming in here to this situation, and everybody saw, okay, and everybody saw. Now, you know, with the situation being what it was last season, no QB coach, the instability on the offensive side of the ball on the coaching staff, was a shit show. Um, which which makes you look at what Terry and Raheem have done in assembling, what I'm saying, this coaching staff bit by bit, piece by piece, especially the position coaches. You know what I'm saying? So it would stand to reason, all right, we drop a Russell Wilson into this mix, you know, and it could help both ways. He could help us win, and in the classroom, he could help Ritter, and teach him what he knows, along with the, saying staff, the coaching staff, doing what they do. That is common sense. That what makes sense. That is cost effective.
Mm, that speaks win now.
But see, when I say things about cost effective and, experience Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and teaching, learning, and player development, I guess I'll be speaking Japtag or Germanese. You know, just saying, man. You know, now what hindsight 2020 comments are you referring to? If it's so easy to find a quarterback in the second rounds and later, wouldn't every team have a good quarterback by now? Hmm. Well, let's see here. Let's go down some NFL history and check that out. Joe Montana, third round pick. Fran Tarkenton, another Hall of Famer, fourth round pick. Y'all's GOAT, Tom Brady, was a sixth round pick. Yeah, imagine that. Guy I was just talking about, Russell Wilson, was a third round pick. Imagine that. Mm. And so with that, like, see, you're trying to ram semantics, and because history says, and I just talked about it, the history of success stories as opposed to train wrecks in the first round. So success stories 22%, train wrecks 78%. Let's see whose math is mathing and who math ain't mathing. Jay, come on, man. Josh, whichever one of y'all it is. Josh. You see, and then two, also with that, sir, where in there did I say it was just that easy? Okay, when you're doing this, when you're building something, in every instance, and y'all think, what I'm saying, the first round is the end all be all. And it's not. And it's not. You do know Grady Jarrett was a fifth round pick, don't you? Imagine that. Another success story. You know what I'm saying? But you want to keep running out there in caps. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. Screaming at the top of your lungs, if you will, while you're hitting sin. If it was that easy, everybody would have a quarterback by now. Well, that is not necessarily that easy. But if your scouting team does its job and your coaching staff does its job, then you will see. You will see. Hey, K Styles, if you still in here, remember that conversation we was having the other day about the last 25 years and who were first round picks and who weren't, you know what I'm saying, that won Super Bowls? Yeah. Baltimore Ravens won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. With Trent Dilfer, bro. Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl with Brad Johnson.
Brad fucking Johnson.
The Chicago Bears went to the Super Bowl with a Rex Grossman, bro.
Nigga, come on, bro. Stop. Sam, stop making sense.
I'm see, y'all think that the only way you can win is having a first round pick at quarterback, and it is so far from the truth. The Admirals, Roger Staubach was a fourth round pick. And, I'm just saying, y'all had to, Mahomes is in the Super Bowl with absolutely zero receivers. Zero receivers? Really? Really? He has no receivers. Okay. All right. Okay. No, you need to miss yourself, Josh. You need to miss yourself with that.
Or how about we just ignore his ass?
I mean, hey, look, you worrying about what I'm bringing up. You're not the only person that I'm talking to. There's an audience, dude. I mean, but you know what? I made my point. History speaks for itself. Okay. And if you're really trying to make a point with the Chiefs, how about bringing up the number 2 ranked defense that they have? Mm. Mm. Because without that defense last season, what happens in that game against Philadelphia? I'll wait that part. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Offense wins games, but defense wins championships, my guy. So you miss me with the fuckery, okay, and being misinformed. And we'll move on, you know what I'm saying, in this discussion. So what's the point in bringing up where a quarterback is drafted? Then if it's hard to find one in the draft, yeah, right, that part. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna let K Styles tear him up.
Too many. What are you talking about? Too many people agree with each other on this channel. I'm sure all of y'all don't think the same thing. And you're absolutely right. We all don't think the same thing. Because inside our own personal conversation, yeah, it's like a battle royal. We have our opinions, we have our perceptions, we have our thoughts, we have our concepts. We sure do.
Right. But what you're not saying that we all have one common goal. So basically what you're saying is we have to disagree on everything. That's basically what you're saying. Just for the sake of it. I'm sorry. I can't be like
Wait. Corey. Home run, my guy. Home run, Corey. Cause yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Home run. Home run.
That's a grand slam right there, baby.
Mm-hmm. And Josh, point counterpoint there, bro. Go back and look at Joe Montana's first Super Bowl without Jerry Rice. Since you want to talk about having zero receivers, name some receivers that was on that first Super Bowl team with Joe Montana. Yeah. Okay. Don't do me. Don't do me. Don't do me.
Talk about
because Kansas City does have a run game. Yeah, and on top of that, while you're trying to keep Kelsey out of the conversation, which you can, but a run game and the defense will travel every time in the playoffs.
Oh, Sam, I got a question for you. Aren't they one of the best screen teams in the league?
That part.
So hold on. No, can't running backs be receivers too? Does it really matter? Never mind. I'm scared of myself.
Yeah.
Let me stop because we're just gonna.
And I'll piggyback off of that right there, K Styles. If Me being one half of the realistic OGs, being realistic is a little bit too real. You might want to change the channel.
Go yeah, you might as well go ahead.
But anyways, um, speaking of Kansas City Chiefs and the Super Bowl, um, coming into this game, and I made mention last night on my thoughts on this game coming up, because to be quite frankly truthful about it, coming in, since we are talking about quarterbacks, let's talk about the quarterbacks now. Coming into the playoffs, sporadically speaking, Patrick Mahomes, boy, has been up and down with his play. And meanwhile, um, Brock Purdy, over his last 5 games, leading up, including the playoffs, he has been playing some phenomenal football. I say it again. If Brock Purdy, like he did against the Lions, runs for about 4 or 5 first downs in this game, it extends 2 or 3 drives. For the most part, the 49ers will win this game. They'll win this game. That the reason being because at that particular point where a lot of people against Kansas City have turned the ball over. And that's something that Purdy has not been doing. A lot of people are predicting that this game is going to be a high-scoring game. I think the opposite.
No.
I think the opposite. I think this is going to be something like 21-17, 20-13 type of game. The reason being, both these teams, as a matter of fact, we got the number 2 and the number 3 defenses in the NFL in the Super Bowl. Yep. But we're talking about, and myself included, are talking about, the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks in Super. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I myself has even, made mention, and in most cases, the reason of making mentioning of Patrick Mahomes, being in every AFC title game since he became a starter. Let's look at how that happened. After drafting him, what did Andy Reid do with Patrick Mahomes when he drafted him?
You mean he sat him for a year? Is that what you mean?
A year and a half behind Alex Smith.
How about that?
And sat him in the classroom. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. Michael Walker, good to see you. Good to see you in here, sir. Yup, that part. You see what he said? You see what
Oh yeah. Screen game gonna be mighty this game. On both sides.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Michael Matthews. First, I'm not sure, but nice to see you. Knight, thank you for joining the program.
That's facts, Mike.
Yeah, I don't want Shanahan winning Shit. I guess you and Big Truth. Yeah, I think both of y'all feel like that.
Oh, same here. Same. Put me in there
Yeah.
too. Let's do that.
Corey said, dude, arguments be based on who the quarterback he wants to support.
Facts.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all
Thank
he's
you for that
talking about.
observation.
That's
Yeah,
all he's talking about.
yeah. Yes, 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 yeah, yeah. Big boss man, he is.
Yes,
Um,
boss.
yeah. You know, and I'm trying to oblige by what we talked about earlier today. You know what I'm saying, when dealing with people. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep the course on, you know what I'm saying, on track. But he's making it real difficult for me not to, open this encyclopedia of sports knowledge up on him. You know what I'm saying? But see, when I do that, then I'm speaking Japtalian or Germanese because he can't get right.
Can't get right.
You know, but like I said, yeah, we got the number 2 and number 3 defenses in this here game in the Super Bowl, which I think is going to matter a whole lot more than these offenses. This may be a um, Patriots
And Rams game.
Rams type of Super Bowl. This may be a New York Giants, Buffalo Bills type of Super Bowl. If any of y'all are old enough to remember that one.
Stop. Stop it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm a
See.
knocker.
Yeah.
I like that.
Uh-huh. You know, um, matter of fact, Aunt, do me a favor.
Hmm.
Pull up the Kansas City Chiefs receiver roster for me, please.
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna go on and I'm gonna play this game a little bit because I got a slight feeling on something that I want to address. You know, um, but
Oh,
because
let's see.
because
What?
I'm gonna try to see if I'm understanding the point, the so-called point that he was trying to make with that particular sentence. You
Hmm.
know, um, because if because I want to make sure that my memory, my recollection is accurate before I make this point. But um, yeah, like I was saying, Brock Purdy has been managing the game very well. He has been turning the ball over, and he himself has become a weapon. If he could do against the Chiefs what he did against the Lions, when he ran those 4 or 5 first downs that he ran for, that I think really was the difference in the second half. It's gonna be a little different. You know, we got 28 eyeballs on this program. Y'all 28 people, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button while you're watching, you know, um, if you will. Marcus Kirkpatrick. in your opinion, Josh, he might be the only good receiver that's on there. But I mean, hell, your opinion is starting to look, what I'm saying, like a out of date food stamp card right now. Bernard Cantrell says no 1,000-yard receiver team wins championships, not a one-man band. That part. Boy, this thing is moving kind of fast. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Irrelevant is playing in the Super Bowl. The irony. The irony. The irony. Mr. Irrelevant is playing in the Super Bowl. And to be honest, you know, I'm not surprised that his journey is gone the way it is gone because I watched him at Iowa State. I watched Brock Purdy at Iowa State. Okay. From his sophomore year through his junior and senior year, I watched him there. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Southside, that is the question that you should ask, that you should post, or if you're on Twitter or what. And matter of fact, I do it for you. You know what I'm saying, to these people. You know what I'm saying. I mean, he's been in this league going on about to be his fourth year, and only has two more wins collectively more than Desmond Ritter. That part. Let that sink in. But y'all would come out with the $45 or $50 million worth of excuses for him though. The organization, and he ain't had no coaches, he ain't had no weapons. I'm sorry, he had DJ Moore this year. He had Komet at tight end, had that running game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so help me understand why it would be cost effective to back the Brinks truck up to a guy that went to ownership on the coaching staff for trying to make him a better player in this league. That's the kind of crap you want in our locker room? Are you kidding me? And you want to sit here and pout and cry and throw tantrums about, what's easy in the draft and what ain't, to try to make your first round pick argument? Come on, bro. Come on. 1 + 1 is 2, not 6. You can't make that make sense. You just can't. You just can't make that make sense. When the most cost-effective move that we could make is getting Russell Wilson in here for $20 million less, and still be able to improve the trenches and depth with that same money. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on. You got to be smarter than a fifth grader.
Are we sure about that, Sam?
Yes. Yes, he was, Corey, because I stayed on that point all season long. Yes, he was.
Sure did. Sure did.
London had his best game with Ritter at quarterback. Um, I, that right there, I'm not buying Pitts being hurt. I'm buying him being lazy. I'll sell that for three million, Alex. Him being lazy because if he was hurt, why was he on the field? Why was he on the field? I mean, Ritter it was I mean, was as as inept. I mean, and even like through all of that, Drake London was able to have the year that he had. What's Pitt's excuse besides lazy and don't want to deal with contact? That's why he can't block my grandmama from crossing the street. What? Are you saying that, or are you asking that?
Hold on. What? He said that?
I'm thinking. No, okay, I see the question mark. He's asking the
Josh,
question.
no,
Okay, he
Josh said that? Southside? Oh, man. You know what? I'm not even going. Nope. I'm not jumping down that rabbit hole.
Oh, I read plenty, but I go by what I see. Again, if he was hurt, why was he on the field this season? So I'm not buying him being hurt. I'm buying him being lazy. That's what I'm buying. I mean, you can go back and pull up the films and look at the in-up route running and his unwillingness to block. I don't want to hear no crap about him being hurt. If he was hurt, his ass shouldn't have been on the damn field. Period. Boss man, Mr. CEO, yes, he is. He is. Facts. Facts, Corey. Facts. Um, Look, all of that right there kind of goes into what I started on, and a lot of people call me a hater for saying, you know what I'm saying? Um, because a lot of people they y'all and some of y'all in here, especially this emotional one in here, with throwing around that generational talent term, elite talent term, and when you can't pick up a blitz block, or what I'm saying, or find the right hole to run to, that doesn't make you elite. That doesn't make you generational talent. Does he have talent? Yes. Yeah, Bijan has talent, but he's not a generational talent. And yeah, and I know a lot of y'all remember me doing this and saying this. Generational talent. You want to talk about generational talent? Let's talk about Barry Sanders. You want to talk about generational talent? Let's talk about Walter Payton, Marcus Allen, Franco Harris. Let's talk about let's see, LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson. If we're talking about elite talent at running back, Edrin James, Marshall Faulk. Okay, if we're talking about elite talent at the running back position, and he was nowhere in those categories. Okay, we want to talk about elite and generational talent at the tight end. Let's talk about Mark Bavaro. Okay, let's talk about Gronk. Let's talk about Kelsey, Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez. Let's talk about those guys. You know what I'm saying? Evan Ingram, George Kittle. You know what I'm saying? uh, uh, um, let me. Oh my God. The old Kellen Winslow Sr. You know what I'm saying? We have those type of conversations. The White Clarks, Dallas Clark, elite and generational talent at the tight end. You know what I'm saying? Y'all throw these terms around. You know what I'm saying?
Like Greg Olson.
Yeah, Greg Olson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all throw these terms around. You know what I'm saying? Because it fulfills your fantasy football fantasy. You know what I mean? But it don't fulfill, you know what I'm saying, the actual football, you know what I'm saying, prognostication. Anthony White, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Um, all those peoples are Hall of Famers. Marshall Faulk is the most underrated Hall of Fame running back ever. Nobody seems to talk about him. My favorite running back of all time is Barry Sanders. Okay, I hear you. I hear you right there. We need to have that conversation. I actually had that as a topic a few weeks back, but I shelved it because we had a lot of things going on. But I'm gonna bring that. Matter of fact, that's gonna be next week's topic. That right there, the GOAT conversation of running backs. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna do that next week. Yeah, Michael Matthews. Yeah, Shannon Sharp. Yeah, him too.
Ben Watson.
Yeah, Big Ben Watson.
Antonio Gates.
I named him. Yeah. But Bijan gonna be even better going forward. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yeah. Yeah. I was about to get to that. Yeah. Witten. Yeah. At the tight end. Elite talent. You know what I'm saying? Bruh. My glasses need to come. Peyton Manning said Edgerrin James, one of the most complete running backs ever. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Frank Gore.
Yeah. Frank Gore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because that what I mean. People they throw these generational and elite talent labels around. And, and like I said then, I'm saying it now. Yeah, both those, guys had talent, and I said it on draft day because it's kind of holds to be true. You know what I'm saying? With him over there, matter of fact, I think he's in Chicago's backfield. The guy that backed up Bijan at Texas. And I said that I preferred him over Bijan. And okay, go look him up. The boy can pick up a blitz, you know what I'm saying, like no other. Okay, his vision is better. You know what I mean? Anthony Savonier. What's a hot topic today? Well, it's been a little bit of everything, but just to recap it, and boss man, if you still in here, I think you'll appreciate this because I gave an acknowledgement to our mentor and chief analyst of information, Coach T, on getting the job at Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? The adulation and love and appreciation and congratulations to him. You know what I'm saying? I think was a big deal in the HBCU community in the city. I think he's going to change life for that program. He's going to change life for those young men on that team. Those that are there now and future to come. You know, the and we got into the acknowledgments and translations of what people say, most notably, coming out of Arthur Smith's press, interview, and Raheem Morris's interview, and how people took what they said to mean other things instead of what they actually said. Um, we dove into the Super Bowl and its predictions. We got into the difference and non-understanding of the success as opposed to train wrecks of first round pick quarterbacks um, over the last 40 years, 30 years. I said over the last 30 years, the percentage of first round picks, saying quarterback success stories have been 22% as opposed to 78% train wrecks. Because everybody's hung up on, having a first round pick quarterback, and I got into naming, saying some of the Hall of Famers who weren't first round picks. The Roger Staubachs, the Fran Tarkentons, the Joe Montanas, the Doug Williams, uh, Russell Wilson. That pretty much about covers it covers it all up to that point. Um, Jeremy Graham, yeah, him too. Um, you know, I mean, but my thing, and some of those in here were, of the mindset that it was quote unquote that easy to find a quarterback in the draft, that everybody would have a quarterback, and no one ever said it was easy. I know I didn't say that, but the thing that I'm saying is, everybody's so hung up on, getting something out of the first round. Well, let's take a gander at, saying the percentage of being successful, saying with a first round pick at quarterback. And here over the last 25 years, let me see. One, two, three. We've had three first round pick quarterbacks that have won. Well, you might as well say two, because one of them did it twice. Okay, and that was Eli. Wait a minute, I'm still wrong. Let me see. Eli, Peyton, Flacco. Yeah, it was three. Because Russell was third round pick. Brad Johnson was a third, I think a second or a third. Trent Dilfer, Rex Grossman, Nick Foles. Brady, we all know, was a sixth round pick. Oh, my bad. It was four, because Mahomes was the first round pick as well. I think. I think that's correct. Um, he might be. Let me see. What did you say? He might be, but he's not the most complete back as well. Yeah, Terrence Mathis is the head coach the of the University of Morehouse. Yes, he is. Corey. Yeah, and this is true. And start wasting your breath in the conversation with that guy. You know, who was it that made the comment? The unpopular opinion, but the defense needs work. Um,
Terry
because
Lord.
yeah, Terry Lloyd made that, and um, that what makes this whole comment right here absolutely positively false. We're not a quarterback away.
No, we're not.
We're a couple of defensive linemen, a cornerback, a safety, and maybe another outside linebacker away from owning the division. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. This ain't fantasy football, bro.
Well, saying when you only the only thing that you think about is a quarterback. The only thing
Well,
that
yeah.
you value on the team is a quarterback. Then of course that's what it's going to look like. You only need a quarterback, so you're not even going
What up, John? What's happening?
to.
What's
What's
happening?
on?
What's going on? Um, but at any rate, back to the matter. It next week. I mean, the matter of the Super Bowl. I know it will probably be, well, I know it is an unpopular assessment, but looking at it realistically, because I'm looking at the last 5 games played by Kansas City against the last 5 games played by San Francisco from a quarterback perspective. Um, Brock Purdy has been playing the better ball. That's just a fact. That's just a fact of it. He has. Um, and again, I think if he, runs for, saying 4 or 5 first downs in this game and extends 2 or 3 drives, it's going to be hard pressed not to say that, saying San Francisco will win this game. Um, and the irony is Vegas is leaning the same way, but hey, let's just say follow the money, you know. Now, given that we talking draft, have talked draft. Me personally, and if I'm recognizing Raheem Morris the way I think he thinks, and and listening to what he said about not being the smartest person in the room, and if I'm going by that assessment and the people that he's put on this staff, I'm thinking Jimmy Lake might be the loudest person in the room at this particular point, because with Ant, with your boy out of Texas, and your other guy out of Florida State, and I think Coach brought up another defensive guy. The 3 best defensive linemen in this draft,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got that the dominant O lineman. I think it's from Alabama. I think
I think so.
is it Alabama.
I think it
My
might be.
assessment is if neither one of those 4 gentlemen are there at 8, we trade down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, giving, a listen to Raheem's, presser, and I was a betting man with his non-acknowledgement of the phony unicorn. If I was a betting man, I would say that if Brock Bowers is sitting there at 8, we don't take him. Just saying. I was just saying. I was just saying. You know, let's see. Everybody thinks they know the correct route we should go in, but nobody. Let me go and stick this up here. Jay says he's sick of the quarterback argument. Everybody thinks they know the correct route we should go in, but nobody know at all. Only the people in charge of the team and the owner. That's it. And with that being said, you've heard a lot of us, myself, Mad Mike, Big Ant, K Styles, you know what I'm saying, Big Truth. You've heard us, scream on many occasions. Um, we don't know. You've heard me preference my comments with it being my perception, my observation, and my opinion. Okay. Um, and given the state of affairs and not wanting to be thrust back into a financially strapped situation, I would wager that the most cost-effective move to make would be to go out and sign a Russell Wilson, and bring him in, which will put us in a position where we can contend, all while grooming, developing and restructuring, what I'm saying, Desmond Ritter's progress. That's the most cost effective and intelligent route to go. And if you're talking about trading up, I don't even think that's an option. Because there's nothing in this. I mean, let's look at this realistic now. You really think that there's, and who is it? Is it Josh or Jay or both? Um, you really think that there is something in this draft at the quarterback position that you can give away future draft capital in this draft and next to move up? You really think that is there a Aaron Rodgers in this draft? Is there a Drew Brees in this draft? Is there a Matt Ryan in this draft? Is there a Flacco in this draft? Is there an Eli in this draft? You know what I'm saying? See, y'all so hung up on athletic ability instead of quarterback ability. It's the difference. It's the difference. And of your opinion of Jaden Daniels being the best quarterback in the draft is your opinion, and that's not saying a whole lot. If you think Mr. Itty Bitty Committee, too little Daniels is the best quarterback in this draft, you know, I'm just saying. I mean, if he was If he was the best quarterback in this draft, you know what I'm saying? Where was LSU in contention in the SEC? Why wasn't he, in the SEC championship game? Why wasn't he, if he's the best quarterback in the draft, didn't have LSU in the big dance, the 14 championship run? I'm just saying. Just saying, because that's what a lot of y'all are basing y'all opinion about Penix Jr. And I'm just saying, RPO Drake, how much stock you gonna put in that? And are you really gonna, risk your future over the next couple of years on an emotionally scarred Caleb Williams? Come on, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. When you can easily, put into the classroom and reprogram and install, some good knowledge with the coach staff you got, and bringing in Russell Wilson, to groom, Dez for the future, But I get it. He's the wrong skin texture. His hair too good. His mama the wrong color and all that and so on and so forth. But it is what it is. Marcus, I like you. I like you. I like you. Wyatt Carson, what's going on? Nice to see you in here. Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback at this point if we're going the veteran route. And no.
Not at no $90 million.
I'm not giving a ruptured Achilles and fractured kneecap and splintered calf $90 million. I'm sorry. No. Not doing it. Not doing it.
That's all guaranteed at that.
Right. I'm that no. No, sir.
I'm good.
No, sir.
It has been reported.
Kirk Cousins. Okay. All right. Well, we've been in this thing about a good hour and a half. Lord have mercy. Mr. Knight. True. My logic is outdated. It's outdated, but how you think that Patrick Mahomes became to be Patrick Mahomes? How did you think Aaron Rodgers became Aaron Rodgers? How you think Jordan Love, who nobody saw coming this year, how you think Jordan Love got to be Jordan Love? Okay, if my logic is outdated, the man that you named that said was in the Super Bowl with 0 receivers, okay, set for a season behind Alex Smith. Aaron Rodgers sat 3 years behind Brett Favre. Jordan Love sat 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. But my logic is outdated. Okay, all right. So this, I guess your logic is to draft somebody, stick them in the microwave 2 minutes, and out pops an All-Pro Hall of Fame ready quarterback. Really? Okay. And on that note, people, I'm going to say again, congratulations to Terrence Mathis on getting hired at the University of Morehouse. Super Bowl weekend coming up. Y'all make good choices. If you're gonna party, if you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, click up whatnot, be in a controlled environment at the crib, or get you a Lyft or a Uber. Don't get behind the wheel partied up. You know what I'm saying? This weekend. Um, as I stated, you know what I'm saying, last week, and I'm saying it again, Mad Monday with the OG, the same. The realest OGs, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, the same. Tea time on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, as always. Um, you will get a you might get a high noon madness on Friday. It's a possibility with it, being, Super Bowl weekend, just a possibility, or I'll probably just wait, for the following Monday. But High Noon Madness is going to be from here on out, because of the off season, every third Friday of the month. Um, just locking that in. Y'all know, what I'm saying, every Wednesday I have a resident co-host with me on all occasions. I tag team up, what I'm saying, with my OG brother on Tuesday night, what I'm saying, and I'm just the plain old OG on Mondays, what I'm saying. So, that's what we doing. I know, and what I'm saying, he links up with Coach, on Saturday mornings. You know what I'm saying? What else you got going on, Ant?
Well, since it's still basketball season, I mean, I've been kind of busy, so I've been sporadically, coming in shows.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, I'm gonna try to get on Coach's show on Saturday
Right.
and on the regulators on Sunday. But other than that, not too much.
All right. I'm gonna take this one. It just seems to be if we got Drake May, how would you feel? Just curious. I have a feeling fans wouldn't rally behind him if we got him instead of Caleb or Jaden. Like I said, RPO Drake is just not really not my cup of tea. Tell them what you think about that. And
I mean, he's not my choice, to be honest. But if this quarterback coach is as good as they say he is, I mean, anything is possible. But I don't think they're gonna hate on that man the same way they hated on Matt Ryan. I'm gonna just be honest. And him, even if he take this team to the Super Bowl, they're still gonna hate on that man just like they did Matt Ryan. And they're gonna blame that man even if he puts up record setting numbers in the Super Bowl, but they lost because of their defense. It's still gonna be his fault. So no, we shouldn't bring him here. Period. No, just based on that.
yeah, hold on for a minute, y'all. Uh, oh Lord, well, I tell you, my siblings do too much, and I get it. It's Mama's birthday, but dang, All right. Okay. Like I was saying, y'all again. You're still hung up on this first round pick. And I'm not impressed or enamored with none of these guys, and I don't think none of these guys fit with what we want or need to do. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Getting a veteran quarterback, i.e., Russell Wilson, in him with this coaching staff assembled the way it is, and you know, putting theirs through the paces is the smartest thing and the most cost-effective thing to do. And I'm gonna stand on that. That's the business I'm gonna stand on. You know, whether it happens or not, we will see. We will see. But I'm not wasting in my it's just me in my position, my perspective, my opinion. I'm not wasting a first round pick on now one of these quarterbacks. And I put emphasis on wasting. Okay. Especially when the work we still need to put into the defense, the work we still need to put into the O line. Come on. And we still need a number two receiver on the outside. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? And y'all want to go out here and waste a first round pick on one of these fruit boot ass quarterbacks. Yeah, I pass. That's how I feel about that. And with that being said, again, um, it, me, you know, like, follow, friend, follow, you know what I'm saying? Me, subscribe to my channel, OGN TV. You know what I'm saying? I need 72 um, more subscriptions to get to 200. That's the goal at a particular moment. Um, you know, again, you got the Super Bowl coming up, you know, and all of that there. Maintaining, make good choices this weekend. If you're gonna party, be in a controlled environment. If you're gonna be out, get you a Lyft or Uber or a cab, you know, or a DD, designated driver, you know, whatever the case may be, but be safe with it. You know, make good choices with it. Make smart choices. Just saying. And with that being said, it's been your boy OG Big Sam, the historian showstopper, and the Unholy Alliance resident old lineman Big Ant. Like it always goes, keep it real, keep it A. You know what I'm saying? Keep it dirty, and most notably, keep it real with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you for joining me. I appreciate it. Duran, thank you for coming in, stepping in, showing up. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. Whether we agree or we disagree, I appreciate you regardless for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Showing some love, getting in the dialogue, because that's what it's here about. You know, getting in the dialogue, getting the info, and all of that. It's been a Wicked Wednesday tea, y'all. And we out.
Peace.